Elon Musk's $10 billion Mars Terraforming Plan explained. The Red Planet Dream. For decades, Mars has been the ultimate destination for humanity's interplanetary ambitions. With its thin carbon dioxide atmosphere, frozen water reserves, and Earth-like day length, it's often seen as our most realistic second home in the solar system. But Mars is also cold, dry, and hostile. Enter Elon Musk, entrepreneur, engineer, and the world's most ambitious space visionary. Through SpaceX, Musk has pitched a radical $10 billion plan aimed at not just reaching Mars, but transforming it into a habitable world for future generations. This script unpacks Musk's vision step by step, how he plans to get there, what technologies he will use, and the controversial methods proposed for terraforming the Red Planet. The Starship Armada. At the heart of Musk's Mars plan lies Starship, SpaceX's fully reusable, stainless steel spacecraft designed to carry up to 100 passengers and massive amounts of cargo. Unlike past rockets, Starship is built for volume, both in payload and in numbers. Musk envisions thousands of Starships making repeated journeys, creating a logistical supply chain between Earth and Mars. The estimated cost of developing this fleet hovers around $10 billion, covering the infrastructure needed for manufacturing, launch facilities, and long-term operations. This sum, while enormous, is modest compared to what governments typically spend on space exploration. For Musk, the economics of scale are crucial. Cheap, frequent flights are the first step to seeding Mars with life. The first settlements. Once Starship can deliver humans and supplies safely, Musk's plan shifts toward establishing self-sustaining bases on the Martian surface. These outposts would initially be powered by solar panels and nuclear reactors, ensuring redundancy. Pressurized domes and underground habitats would protect settlers from radiation and dust storms. Water extraction is vital. Mars contains ice beneath its surface and at its poles. Using robotic drills and mining units, SpaceX plans to harvest this water, which can serve not just for drinking, but also be split into hydrogen and oxygen. Fuel for return trips and oxygen for breathable air. Terraforming the planet. This is where the dream takes a dramatic leap. Musk has often spoken about terraforming Mars, making it more Earth-like so that humans can live outside domes. But how? Two main strategies are on the table. 1. Releasing greenhouse gases. By warming the planet, Musk hopes to trigger the release of carbon dioxide trapped in Mars soil and polar ice. This process would thicken the atmosphere and create a greenhouse effect, raising temperatures enough to allow liquid water on the surface. Methods include building gigantic solar mirrors in orbit or releasing factories that pump greenhouse gases into the air. 2. The controversial Nuke Mars idea. Musk once proposed detonating thermonuclear bombs over the Martian poles. The idea is that the explosions would release carbon dioxide and water vapor locked in the ice caps, jump-starting the greenhouse effect. While Musk has walked back this suggestion as more of a provocative idea than a concrete plan, it still highlights his willingness to think at planetary scale. The $10 billion infrastructure breakdown. How does the $10 billion figure translate into actual infrastructure? Here's a rough breakdown. Starship fleet production. Mass-producing dozens to hundreds of reusable ships. Launch infrastructure. Expanding SpaceX's starbase in Texas and potentially building launch sites near the equator for efficient Mars transfer orbits. On-site Martian equipment. Mining robots, life support systems, solar arrays, and nuclear energy units. Terraforming research and development. Investment into greenhouse gas generators, orbital mirrors, and atmospheric processors. Habitat construction. Pressurized domes, underground living spaces, and radiation shielding. While $10 billion is a starting estimate, costs could easily multiply over decades. Yet Musk believes in first-mover advantage. Once the system is built, it can pay for itself by creating a permanent human presence beyond Earth. The role of artificial intelligence and robotics. Terraforming Mars is not just about rockets and bombs. Robotics and AI will play a massive role. Thousands of autonomous machines will mine, build, and maintain infrastructure long before humans arrive. AI systems will manage energy, recycling, and farming under Martian conditions. Musk's own ventures in AI and robotics, from Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot to Neuralink's brain-computer interface, could converge with SpaceX's Mars goals, ensuring settlers thrive in the most hostile frontier ever attempted. Challenges that could break the plan. While Musk's ambition is staggering, the obstacles are just as immense. Radiation. Without a magnetic field, Mars is bombarded by cosmic rays. Long-term exposure could cause cancer and DNA damage. Atmospheric loss. Even if Mars is warmed, its thin atmosphere may escape into space without a protective magnetosphere. Ethics and planetary protection. Should humans alter another planet's ecosystem before knowing if life already exists there? Economic sustainability. Who funds this? Ticket sales, government partnerships, or future Martian industries? Each of these issues remains unresolved, making Musk's $10 billion figure more of a launch pad than a guarantee. Why terraform Mars at all? Why spend billions to make Mars livable when Earth faces urgent crises of its own? Musk's answer is straightforward: backup for civilization. He believes humanity must become a multiplanetary species to survive long-term threats, whether from nuclear war, asteroid impacts, or climate collapse. Mars, though harsh, is our best candidate for a second home. Critics versus supporters. Critics argue that Musk's Mars vision is technologically premature and ethically questionable. They claim the money would be better spent solving problems on Earth. Yet supporters see his vision as the kind of bold, high-risk project that pushes humanity forward. Throughout history, great leaps, whether sailing across oceans or landing on the moon, always seemed impossible until they happened. Conclusion: humanity's interplanetary gamble. Elon Musk's $10 billion Mars terraforming plan is less about immediate practicality and more about laying the foundation for a future no one else is daring to attempt. By building the rockets, habitats, and long-term strategies, Musk is forcing humanity to consider questions once reserved for science fiction. Can we alter a planet? Should we? And will our survival depend on it? Whether the plan unfolds in decades or centuries, one thing is certain: Musk has made Mars a central figure in humanity's story, and the idea of turning the red planet into a second Earth is no longer just a dream, but an engineering challenge waiting to be solved. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.